The world watches in horror. The scenes unfolding in Ukraine have captured global attention, drawing a collective gasp from humanity. Ukraine, once a vibrant democracy, is now a battleground. Explosions rock cities, shattering the peace that once defined them. Families huddle in shelters, their lives upended by the relentless barrage. The echoes of war reverberate through the streets, a stark contrast to the laughter and joy that once filled the air. The fight for freedom has come at a devastating cost. Lives have been lost, homes destroyed, and communities torn apart. The price of liberty is steep, and the Ukrainian people are paying it with their blood, sweat, and tears. Each day brings new challenges, new sacrifices, and new stories of heroism and heartbreak. This is the reality of the Ukrainian conflict, a conflict that has shaken the foundations of global peace and security. The ripple effects are felt far beyond Ukraine's borders as nations grapple with the implications of this war. The balance of power is shifting, and the world watches with bated breath, hoping for a resolution that seems ever elusive. The images are stark, powerful reminders of the human toll of war, faces etched with pain, eyes filled with sorrow, and hearts heavy with loss. These are the stories of ordinary people caught in extraordinary circumstances, their lives forever changed by the conflict. Their resilience in the face of such adversity is nothing short of remarkable. The conflict, ignited by a Russian invasion, has spiraled into a humanitarian catastrophe. The scale of the suffering is immense, with countless lives disrupted and futures uncertain. Aid organizations are stretched thin, struggling to provide relief to those in desperate need. The world must come together to support Ukraine in its darkest hour. Millions have fled their homes, seeking refuge in neighboring countries. The exodus is unprecedented, with families leaving behind everything they know in search of safety. The journey is fraught with danger, but the hope of a better future drives them forward. Neighboring nations have opened their doors, offering sanctuary to those displaced by the conflict. Those who remain face an uncertain future, caught in the crossfire of a conflict that shows no signs of abating. Each day is a struggle for survival, with basic necessities in short supply. Yet, amidst the chaos, there is a glimmer of hope. Communities band together, supporting one another through the darkest of times. Their spirit remains unbroken, a testament to their strength and resilience. As the world grapples with the enormity of the crisis, one thing is clear: the Ukrainian people's resilience is unyielding. They stand tall in the face of adversity, their resolve unwavering. Their courage and determination inspire us all, reminding us of the power of the human spirit. In the face of such overwhelming odds, they continue to fight for their future. They fight not just for their land, but for their right to self-determination, for democracy, and for a future free from oppression. Their struggle is a beacon of hope for all who yearn for freedom. The world watches, and many are moved to action, offering support in various forms. The Ukrainian people's fight is a reminder that the quest for liberty is universal, transcending borders and cultures. Their courage serves as a beacon of hope in these dark times, a testament to the indomitable spirit of a nation unwilling to break. In the face of unimaginable hardship, they find strength in unity, hope in each other, and the will to persevere. Their story is one of resilience, courage, and an unyielding desire for a brighter future. As the conflict rages on, the world stands with Ukraine, united in the belief that peace and justice will prevail.
To understand the current crisis, we must delve into the complex history of Ukraine and its relationship with Russia. These two nations share deep cultural and historical ties, but their relationship has long been fraught with tension and conflict. Ukraine, geographically situated between Russia and Europe, has often found itself caught in a geopolitical tug-of-war. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, Ukraine declared independence in 1991, a move that sparked resentment in Moscow. The annexation of Crimea by Russia in 2014 marked a turning point. This illegal seizure of Ukrainian territory, coupled with Russia's support for separatists in eastern Ukraine, ignited a conflict that has simmered for years. The current invasion represents a dangerous escalation of this conflict, with global implications.
Today, Ukraine is a nation cleaved. In the east, fierce fighting rages on. Russian forces, despite facing fierce resistance from the Ukrainian military and citizen soldiers, have made territorial gains. Cities like Mariupol have been reduced to rubble, bearing witness to the brutal reality of this conflict. In the West, life has been upended. Millions have fled their homes, seeking safety and refuge. Families have been torn apart, their lives shattered by the sudden eruption of violence. The human cost of this conflict is immeasurable. Despite the immense challenges, the Ukrainian people remain defiant. They have taken up arms to defend their homeland, demonstrating extraordinary courage and resilience in the face of aggression. Their spirit, unbowed by adversity, is a testament to the enduring power of the human will to resist tyranny.
Section 4. A global crisis, economic and geopolitical shockwaves. The conflict in Ukraine extends far beyond its borders. It has triggered a global crisis, sending shockwaves through the global economy and reshaping the geopolitical landscape. The ramifications of this conflict are multifaceted and far-reaching. The war has disrupted global supply chains, leading to shortages of essential goods and soaring prices. Russia and Ukraine are major exporters of wheat and other grains, and the conflict has disrupted global food supplies, raising fears of famine in vulnerable regions. The conflict has also exacerbated existing geopolitical tensions. The West has imposed unprecedented sanctions on Russia, seeking to cripple its economy and pressure its government to change course. The long-term consequences of these sanctions and Russia's response remain to be seen.
Section 5. The human cost stories of loss and resilience. The conflict in Ukraine has brought about a wave of human suffering that is difficult to comprehend. Each statistic represents a life, a family, a story of loss and resilience. Behind the headlines and statistics lie countless stories of human suffering and resilience. These are not just numbers, they are real people with real lives, each facing their own unique struggles and challenges. The conflict has had a profound impact on the lives of ordinary Ukrainians, forcing them to confront unimaginable challenges and make heart-wrenching choices. From the elderly who have lived through previous wars to the young children who are experiencing the horrors of conflict for the first time, the impact is widespread and deeply personal. We hear stories of families separated, their lives upended by the conflict, parents torn from their children, siblings separated, and loved ones left wondering if they will ever see each other again. We meet mothers forced to flee their homes with their children, leaving behind husbands, fathers, and sons to fight. These women carry the weight of their family's survival on their shoulders, navigating dangerous paths to find safety. We witness the pain of those who have lost loved ones, their grief etched on their faces. The sorrow is palpable, a constant reminder of the human cost of conflict. Yet, amidst the devastation, we also encounter stories of extraordinary resilience. People who, despite losing everything, find the strength to rebuild their lives and support those around them. We see the kindness of strangers, offering food, shelter, and comfort to those in need. Communities coming together to support one another, showing that even in the darkest times, humanity shines through. We witness the bravery of volunteers, risking their lives to deliver aid to those trapped in conflict zones. These individuals embody the spirit of selflessness and courage, providing a lifeline to those in desperate need. These are the stories that remind us of the enduring power of the human spirit. In the face of adversity, people find ways to persevere, to help one another, and to hold on to hope. It is this resilience and compassion that will ultimately help them rebuild and heal.
Section 6. Voices from the frontline experts analyze the conflict. In this section, we delve deep into the perspectives of those who have been closely monitoring the situation from the very beginning. Their insights are invaluable in understanding the multifaceted nature of this ongoing crisis. To understand the complexities of the conflict, it's crucial to turn to experts who can provide insights into the military, political, and humanitarian dimensions of the crisis. These experts bring years of experience and a wealth of knowledge, helping us to see beyond the headlines and grasp the underlying factors driving the conflict. Their analysis helps us make sense of the evolving situation and its potential trajectory. By examining past events and current developments, they can offer predictions and scenarios that might unfold in the near future. This foresight is essential for policymakers and the general public alike. Military analysts point to the fierce resistance put up by Ukrainian forces, defying initial expectations of a swift Russian victory. The resilience and determination of the Ukrainian military have been pivotal in altering the course of the conflict. Their ability to adapt and respond to the challenges posed by a larger and more equipped adversary is noteworthy. They highlight the role of Western-supplied weapons in bolstering Ukraine's defenses and the strategic blunders made by Russian commanders. These missteps have not only slowed down the Russian advance, but have also provided Ukrainian forces with opportunities to reclaim lost territories and strengthen their positions.
Political analysts emphasize the significance of international condemnation of Russia's actions and the unprecedented sanctions imposed on its economy. These sanctions have had far-reaching impacts, crippling various sectors of the Russian economy and putting immense pressure on its leadership. They debate the effectiveness of these measures in altering Putin's calculus and the potential for diplomatic solutions. While some argue that sanctions are a powerful tool in forcing a change in behavior, others believe that diplomatic negotiations and dialogue are the only viable paths to a lasting resolution.
Humanitarian experts sound the alarm about the growing humanitarian crisis, warning of a potential catastrophe if aid fails to reach those in need. The conflict has displaced millions, creating a dire situation that requires immediate and sustained international intervention. They call for increased international support to address the urgent needs of millions of displaced Ukrainians. The global community must come together to provide not only immediate relief, but also long-term solutions to help rebuild lives and communities affected by the conflict. The stakes are high, and the need for coordinated action has never been more critical.